He is 100% worth it.
He takes it to another level. Oh my God, I just fell in love with it.
Thanks so much, Jay.
Blew my mind. And it worked. I wanted to buy my thing.
Jay is, I would say, the Yoda of sales calls, man.
Just talking to Jay, he was so good at just taking what it is, seeing the opportunity and the value and the real reason we are making it.
Talk to Jay because he got it. He can definitely help you out.
Talk to Jay. You're going to get a lot. You're going to gain a lot.
I would absolutely recommend him for any position that you have.
Jay's definitely the guy.
Give him the chance, give him the opportunity. You won't regret it.
He's good at what he does, so I highly recommend him, and I would book him before he is fully booked out.
Welcome to the Sales Ninja Show podcast, where we cut through the noise, ditch outdated sales tactics, and show you how to close deals with confidence, strategy, and integrity. I'm Jay Lee, founder of Sales Ninja. As a former banker, former introvert, former pastor, former seven-figure high-ticket sales ninja, I now help grow and scale businesses without the need for pushy tactics. And that's the heart of the reverse glass selling method, a kingdom-driven approach from the Bible, 1 Peter 3:15, which is built on trust, service, and true connection. My mission is to help 1 million people break the cycle of generational poverty so that you can sell more to give more. Today's guest knows what it takes to go from struggling to thriving, from being a broke international student to building a seven-figure coaching business in Canada. He's a creator of the Six-Figure Accelerator and the Micro Offer Ecosystem, a proven system that helps freelance coaches and service providers land high-ticket clients without sales calls or burnout. He has also won the Alex Hormozi Award, getting in the top 10 with the book launch, and he's coached hundreds of entrepreneurs to simplify their offers, attract clients organically, and build freedom-based businesses that scale with soul. So let's welcome Sahil Segal. Hey Sahil, how you doing today?
Good, man. How are you? Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you for your time. And you're a fellow Canadian and you're in Kitchener, I'm in Toronto, so we're not that far from each other.
Right.
So welcome to the Sales Ninja Show podcast. How you doing?
Thank you so much, man. Doing fantastic, man. Yeah.
You've been a busy guy. So, we're gonna dive right into the book launch with Alex Hormozi in just a moment. Yeah. But before we dive into there, I want you to share, where did it all start? Like, did you grow up in an entrepreneurial family? Did you end up selling lemonades at a lemonade stand? Where did it all start?
It all started in COVID. So I call myself a COVIDpreneur. So I was doing a field job at that point. I was fixing phone systems and installing some camera systems and all. And then COVID came, and at that point, it was like, no work. And because it was a field job, I had to go meet out people. But just because it was pandemic, nobody wanted to meet people and all, physical distancing and all. So then I started getting no work. Literally, like in the morning, I used to wake up and with a call like, "Hey Sahil, no work today." I'm like, okay. It started happening more than once, a week, 2 weeks, and I'm like, I get paid per hour, so I have to pay for my insurance, my rent, my car stuff, and all that. That's the time I went to Google how to make money online. So no, I don't come from an entrepreneurial background or some business kind of family background, nothing at all. Both my parents were doing job. So, but it just became like in a blessing in a disguise at that point. I had to find something to start feeding or affording myself, just because my job was not able to do that because of this situation. So that's where it all started, cutting it short.
Wow. Stephanie Kim says she's a big fan of us both. So shout out to Stephanie, who was also on the podcast, an AI expert and agency owner, an amazing entrepreneur. So Stephanie, thank you for tuning in. If any of you guys have any questions for the great Sahil and how he achieved such success with his business and the top 10 within the book launch for Alex Hormozi, please ask away in the comments.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, you came from being a broke international student to building a 7-figure business. What does freedom look like for you today? And how do you teach your clients to create the same?
I think for me, freedom was it changed with the time when I was not married, a bachelor. So at that time, freedom was just like, hey, I want to see this, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 in my bank account so that I can pull off anything I want. I don't need to look at the price tag. I don't need to worry about it. If I need to book a vacation, I can just like pull it off like that. When I got married, then that was the time actually I quit my job. So I did a business plus job for 2 years, almost from 2020 to 2022. And at that point, right before the marriage, my goal was to buy a house in Canada. Coming from $25,000 student debt, had to pay that off first before jumping into all this. So the goal was to buy a house just because I didn't want my coming wife to come in a rental place. So for me, it was like, if I can provide her a good house where we don't need to worry about any stuff like, the landlord coming and like, hey, you can't do this or don't do this or this messed up or you guys broke this and all. So for me, that was like, okay, can I get a house? 2 years I was doing both a job and business. I was able to save almost around 100K, something along those lines.
Wow.
I started finding the house and it was like, okay, instead of 10% down payment, can I put 20% so that my mortgage will be less? I've saved that CHMC insurance, that stuff too. So that all that saved money I put up in that first house. That was like the biggest feeling, like, okay, that something has done. I achieved it. Then what happened, almost 1 year into the marriage, not even 1 year, few months, we were living in the house. I brought her into this house. We started this family. My parents were here. And then January 2022 was a point where it was surprising. So I watched a YouTube video of one of my friend, and they were doing this motivational talk. They are like, hey, if you just quit your job and go all into your business, you can make 2.5 times or 10 times of your job income and all. I watched that video night before, and next morning, without telling my parents, without telling my wife, I recorded myself. I have this whole pre-resigning and after resigning. I recorded myself on the driving to my work. I'm like, today I'm going to work and I'm putting my resignation and all that. So I recorded that, put that resignation. Family didn't know, and I came back with a cake with the letters dreamer plus action taker. So that was a cake I brought home, and nobody knew what I did. I just brought that cake, and my mom, she's like, "Oh, you got a new job?" I said, "No, I just quit my old job." She was like, "What? You didn't discuss with us and all that stuff?" I'm like, "No, I want to go all into the business." She started crying at that point. She's like,
Oh,
people bring cakes when they send, when they get something new, and just because again they didn't come from this background, they didn't know. She was very scared. She was afraid that what will happen is my son took the right step or not and all. So for me, it was freedom at that point. It's like I'm cutting off the biggest rope that I was giving 10 hours a day to that Monday to Friday. So that I cut off then. And after that, when my wife got pregnant, I took the biggest, I would say, jump in my career at that point. I started making some huge investments in masterminds in her circle. I paid she was pregnant, 6 weeks pregnant, and I pulled the trigger for a $25,000 US dollars. That become like almost 35,000 Canadian dollars of investment in a mastermind. And again, that was like, she was scared. She was afraid then at that point, like, did you do the right thing and all that? But that investment changed my perspective about business, took me to the next level. I started hanging out among the people who were like very normally or casually making 100K months. I'm like, how they are doing this? I went into the room. I felt like a small guy, but I had that fire. I wanted to do this like them. So a month into that program, I think we had our first $103,000 month.
Wow.
That was another type of freedom for me then. I'm like, okay, I was making around 30 to 40,000 a month at that point, and then taking a huge jump to 100K. So and then again, when my kid came, my daughter came, we did more 100K months, multiple 100K. We did over 7 figure, completed that, got the 2 Comma Club award. So at different points, I remember when my daughter was born, I sent a message to my coach. I'm like, I don't need to worry about asking for a day off or a month off for this, that my wife just delivered this beautiful baby. I need a day off. I didn't need to do that, and I was playing, like, cutting up, different when you have your first child and you don't want to you just want to spend maximum time with her. So that's what I did, and then slowly I'm like, okay, I'm loving it, this freedom. That's what I said. The definition kept on changing with the time at different intervals. Now I can spend time with her. I can take her out on the vacations. I can buy her anything. And all the time, my stuff is like, if she's asking for something and she needs it without a delay, without worrying about what is the price tag, or without worrying, hey, let the Christmas sale come or the Diwali sale come and all that, I can just pull off the trigger for her. I think that now everything my wife changes. Everything is her. So
That's amazing. I mean, I think you probably cause a lot of stress and to your wife. You're $25,000 in student debt. You invested another $25,000 into a mastermind. We're talking like 50,000 right off the bat, and your wife is pregnant for 6 weeks, and
Yep.
she's probably thinking, how are we going to survive? How are we going to make this?
Yeah.
And then you see your investment multiply. Doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
So I'm super stoked that it happened for you, and you've seen so much success. When you were talking about watching that YouTube video and you quit your job and your mom cried, did you say that you bought a cake?
Yeah, I brought a cake at home after quitting my job that evening, and that's where I wrote that Dreamer Action Taker.
Dreamer Action Taker?
Dreamer plus Action Taker.
Did you take a picture of that?
Yeah, I do have that. It's on all. I document my journey crazy. It's like if you put
I
out
love
on,
that.
you'll find that. on
You
Facebook.
bought you made your own cake with your own
No, I
your
brought
own-
it. I mean, but I had that thing written on that freedom. What it looks like.
That's
It's all on
incredible.
my Facebook. I always share that. Even the before after thing, I can literally like share my screen and show you that cake.
I love it. So scaling organically, from 10, 20, 30 to 100K months, I mean, that's not easy. What are some of the most critical shifts an entrepreneur who's listening to the podcast that they need to make to grow, to scale organically without paid ads, to hit consistent $10,000 to $100,000 months? Because I know that's kind of like, man, if I can hit $5,000, $10,000 a month, that'd be amazing. But so many people cannot do that.
Right. It boils. There are obviously different elements, different stuff that matters in that. What I've seen, the very first thing is what I always teach is my client as well. It's all about your offer. First, what is your first offer? One offer that you nail down, that you go all in, you have the belief in it, you own that offer, and that is like what you are getting known for. Then you build a product or offer suite around that particular thing after that. So a lot of people, what mistakes they're doing is they keep on jumping from one thing to another to another. They start with one offer, they are like, oh, I tried it for a few weeks, doesn't work, I'm going to next one, the next one, the next one. So they are never going to able to make it to that one particular thing. And even that same thing comes to when you are deciding like who you want to be known for. Like I did most of the business. I ran paid ads here and there, but very inconsistent. And I don't know what happened. Like all the time I try to start paid ads, my ad account gets shut down or rejected or banned for some reason. I don't know. Facebook doesn't want me to do paid ads. So that became organic became my thing. And that's what I started even getting known for. Like, okay, this guy is doing organic marketing and I've been doing it from last 5 years. So that became the title, or I started owning that particular thing. I had, and my belief started building it so much on that when I was looking for paid ads are not bad. I love that. Sometimes I feel like maybe I could have hit 7 figures much faster with paid ads, organic plus paid ads. You know what I mean?
Right.
But just because I wasn't so much in love with organic, I all the time started not focusing on. I didn't get that weightage to that paid ads. But one thing I started knowing for. So it's like coming back to the original question, what do you need to hit that 10K, 20K, 50K, more than that? First is your all offer, whatever it is. If you don't have your own offer, pick up somebody's offer in that, at least so that you know that that person has already done the hard work. All you got to do is at that point is learn what you are doing, Jay. Sales. Like, you don't need to worry about delivery, you don't need to worry about like packaging, offer, selling, pricing, and all that stuff. All you got to worry is like, can I learn one thing in the stuff, which is sales, right? If you have nothing of your own. That's what I did initially. I had nothing of my own. I started selling ClickFunnels stuff, right? So I started one funnel away challenge that was $100 commission. And then once your offer is dialed in, your offer suite is dialed in, then it is more of now how you are able to take care of delivery, multiplying it more so that you don't get just, you started getting more word of mouth or referrals into that. So that was a major play in my business, I would say. Just because I focused a lot on delivery of the stuff, I was like very well connected with my clients, giving them the best stuff and all. That became like they started giving me shout out, they started tagging me on their stuff. They are like, I'm a proud mentee of Sahil. All that stuff started happening, right? So that gave me like more of an outcome. What do you say, it got blasted out there, and I started getting clients from referrals, word of mouth, more than just my approach to get clients. I was consistent in content. That's another piece. When your offer is dialed in and all, the next stuff is content. From 5 years, like I have openly shared this on public and social media as well. Find me a week where I've not even posted one story or one post. I'll give you $10,000 in cash.
Wow.
1 week from 2020. I'm talking about like 5 years straight.
For 5 years. Wow.
Yeah. So that's a consistency game, right? Now it has produced me result. Now it has compounding much more in like speaking gigs or this affiliate competition, whatever. So it changes from those. Now it's like consistency is bringing you all the compounding results. But initially focus on that one offer, then build an offer suite around it. Don't get distracted. Put out focus on content, and one to many selling was also one of my favorite ways to make faster money as well, save the time on sales calls. So I love both. But whenever I'm like, let's say I want to hit 50K in next week, I know that I don't want to burn myself on the sales calls unless I have a closers or setters. Then I plan the one to many stuff.
Do you use setters and closers in your business, or do you do it differently?
I do one to many still. I tried setter and closer. I think I never was able to dial into it. I'm good at marketing front end side, to be honest, but I'm not a good manager for saying it. Yeah, if I would have get a guy like you who manages all that stuff, make my life easy, then it would have been different. But yeah,
that is another skill set. I mean, and not everyone likes to do those things. And I think, Akbar Sheikh, one of my other mentors, says, do what you do best, outsource the rest.
Yeah.
And some of the times the setters and closers cannot perform in the way that you want them to. So that's another problem in itself. So how do you do one-to-many selling? Are you like a challenge guy? Are you a workshop guy? Are you like what format, what vehicle?
We have done all: webinar, workshop, masterclass, challenges. My favorites are masterclass and challenges. We have done a lot. Workshops and webinar as well. We have done it. Sometimes, like in my earlier days when I didn't even know the concept of masterclasses, I was just doing live trainings, right? I was like, hey, I'm going live on this particular date. I'm going to talk about this particular topic. And then 40, 50 people showed up on that live.
Wow,
and
that
then,
many?
then, huh?
That's amazing. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I'm like, most of the time I was even clueless what to pitch them, like what to sell them.
Really?
I didn't know for a long time that you have to sell when you are inviting people to, these events. I was like, this is a value training. So then one of my coaches told me, like, what did you pitch? I'm like, no, I didn't want to pitch people. I just was, I was, to be honest, like I hated sales in the beginning, just because the definition was not correct in my mind. It took me time to understand that. One of my very first coaches is like, he gave me this definition, like selling is service. Right? That took me, it's like it hit me, but then it took me time to absorb it. What does it mean, right? What he's saying. So what I was saying, yeah, so I used to do trainings without pitch, and then I started doing trainings with pitch. First time I did it, Dan Henrik convinced me to do that. Actually, I wasn't attending his one of his challenge, and then the Raise Your Prices challenge he did. So I'm like, I made a post, and that was like very candid. 9 in the morning. Sorry, 9 I woke up. 10 in the morning I wake up, make a post that 12 I'm going live. 11 people showed up, or no, 17 people showed up. and I sold a $997 offer at that point, and 10 people bought it. I had like $10,000 a day.
What?
I'm like, what just this happened? Yeah, I just made like what, close 10 people and like made $10,000 a day, and I was few months only into the business at that
How
point.
many people were in the room?
17 or 18, not more than that.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible.
So yeah, that was like mind blowing, and I couldn't able to sometimes believe it. Like what just happened? The offer was so good. Maybe like people liked it. Okay, this guy is approachable. This guy is authentic. Let's learn from him. Whatever, everyone got the different gist out of it.
The missing gap for me, and I'm sorry to interrupt,
Yeah,
is
sure,
like
go ahead.
you posted at 10 a.m. and you went live at 12. So you gave them all of 2 hours, which is
Yeah.
very little to no notice.
I know.
And you got 17 people.
Yep.
So I think what for most people, and correct me if I'm wrong, and even the comments in the audience, like many people cannot get that many people on there. What did you
Right.
have to do to build that, I don't know, brand or the engagement to get 17 people within 2 hours on a call,
Right.
on a live? That's
Right.
not
See,
easy.
it's like all the stuff. Like best example over here, Alex Ramosi, what he did in 3 days, he's like $150 million in 3 days. Okay, that's one lens to look at. What does he say all the time? He's like, give, ask. He has giving from last decade. So it's like not $150 million made in 3 days. It's like combining together, compounded effect is that what we saw, because it was his time now to ask for stuff. And he asked very bluntly.
Yeah.
Same thing, because I just very on my social media, on my Facebook specifically, I just picked up one platform from the beginning. So I was like posting, giving. That was a point when I made a post. That was a point where I started asking for it. If I compare it now to this analogy over here. So all that compounding didn't happen in 2 hours. That was going on from months. It's just that in that time period, imagine, I felt bad actually. I was like, what if I had 30 people? I would have been making $20,000 a day, right? If I just increase that thing. But I was so, I don't know, so candidly I did that, and I didn't even think about that these many people will buy it. So yeah, to answer your question, it was not just like 2 hours of efforts, but just because I have been giving personal branding in that, and you being authentic yourself by giving a lot, we're gonna give you all that results in hours. Then what we have
Amazing.
seen it.
I want to give out a shout out to Sharky Liu, who's actually the founder and owner of Toronto Entrepreneurs and Startups Events Network Socialing Facebook group. That's 13.1 thousand members, and he does amazing work. He's an amazing entrepreneur and runs all these different social events with some of the team members in there. So give a shout out to Sharky. Sharky, if you have any questions for Sahil, Sahil was the top 10. I know you did a breakdown in your Facebook group of how Alex Hormozi did the 9-figure launch in a day or 3 days. So I saw that, very detailed, very well done. So if you have any questions, Sahil is one of the guys that hit the top 10 for the book launch as an affiliate. Tell us about that. So Sahil, like, I mean, there's so much here. I think we just got to do a part 2, but there's so much here that to be able to get to where you got to being top 10, that's not a small feat in itself.
No.
Can you break down some of the highlight, actions or the strategies or even the mindset that you had to do to get to where you did today?
Yeah. Okay. So it's like this. 3 things I will break it down into. First, you believe in the stuff. Then second step, you take action. Third is the results pop up. Belief is the very number one thing, and that applies to any business, any contest, anything that you are running. I, from day one, I don't know if you have seen it from my Facebook, I'm like, I made a folder even like in my phone album saying manifesting dinner with Alex and Leila. Okay, that was like a folder created a month ago. Yeah,
really.
And what I did, anyone in my connection at that point, I knew that it is not possible for me to do it because I'm not an influencer. I don't have millions of people in my Facebook or Instagram or on my email list. And I knew that from last launch, because I fought that last time as well, 2023, when he launched this $100 million leads. I was nowhere close to first 10 spots and all. I tried my best, didn't work out. At that point, they didn't even have this top 50 and all that. So if I'm not on top 10, I was not able to see that. So what I did, I started reaching out to people in my connection then. Like, who are my closest people who I reached out to you as well, right? Remember, I'm like, Jay, we are fighting for this. I need your help. and this is the entire goal. What can I do for you in return? I sent that message to people, all my people who I'm like, okay, these are the people I'm connected with, and they can support me in this, right? It became an army after that. Once I'm like, okay, this guy is in, this girl is in, they are gonna do it. Tell me, Sahil, what can I do for you and all? And started asking like, how big is your list? How big can you do paid ads? Can you give me a shout out on your Instagram or Facebook, whatever you had, right? Can we do live sessions and all that? So once I had few people into that, now I'm like, I'm not going alone, and it's gonna be our mission rather than my mission, because it was not possible. It was not a one-man job unless I had millions of all that stuff, and I knew that I was gonna be fighting with these big sharks out there who would like I would come no closer to them in terms of following and the influence that these people have. But belief was very stronger. Like, I will fight for it, doesn't matter. And I created those proofs for myself. Anytime I was doing a chat with someone, even I'm like, I'm manifesting this dinner with this, and I need your help. I took a screenshots of all those and kept putting in that album that I created, so that I knew one day I will be sharing this after a month, right? So that strong belief, the number one, as I said, that thing. It was not just like, let me give it a try and see. No, it was like, I'm documenting every single thing. Yeah. So if you go scroll down, you will find a reel that I created. Like, see that album right there. Manifesting dinner with Harmozy.
I see that, yeah.
So it has like 3 screenshots. Have a go up, go down more, scroll more. Another post, go down more. There was a reel. Yeah, see this one? Absolutely. I'm manifesting dinner with this. I'm like reaching out to the people. Like, I went from this to then this. So this was like that thing, the belief that I had, like, I will make it and I will show this to world when it will be a right time. I even sent a message to Leila Harmozy that, hey, I'm manifesting this. 1 second. Is it okay? I can share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead. Let me stop sharing mine.
Okay.
I'm getting goosebumps. This is amazing. I love the way that you're envisioning and manifesting.
So, like, if you look at this one, I've not shared this publicly yet, though. So, but
you guys are the first to see this.
Right, can you see this? Like, happy birthday, Leila. Wishing you a beautiful year ahead filled with deep all this wishes. Really excited for book launch event 2. I've already manifested that dinner with you and Alex, sitting at 12 number spot with 152 registrations right now, running hard for top 10, Sahil. And I sent this AI picture.
Is that a picture?
Yeah, that's a AI.
That's brilliant.
Me, Alex, and Leila. And then I sent her this dashboard. Like, I only have 153 people at that point. So that was nothing.
Amazing.
But like, this is the belief, the power of that. 1 second, how do I stop sharing this now? Yeah,
that's beautiful.
So that's number 1. Then number 2 is like reaching out to people, who can help me or support me in this. So I reached out to my email, my every platform. If you see all my 30 days of piece of content, it was all Alex. You will see my Instagram, you'll see my YouTube, everything was that. So those were the actions that I took, organic. And then there was a point a week before where I'm like, no, I might fall down. I have to start running paid ads as well. Then I started running paid ads in India. Mostly we did that. So that compounded after that. So combiningly all these actions, the result, point number 3, that popped up. So lot of what I did a night before once I recorded that video as well. So I called one of my friend who had like 30,000 following something, and he's an influencer over here in Canada as well. So I'm like, bro, can you do one thing? He lives in Scarborough. I'm like, can you come to my house? He's like, what happened? I was like, we can wake up all night and can just manually follow up with people to register for this event, because it's one night only left. Tomorrow is the event, and I want to make sure I'm hanging in 10th spot. I was at number 10. I'm like, it won't take, it's like a matter of seconds. I can jump to 11 or 12.
Yeah.
I'm so close to that now. I was sitting there, and he is like, what if can we do on the Zoom? I'm like, okay, let's do on Zoom. 5 hours we sat on the Zoom. 5 hours. And I'm like, follow up with this guy, and I'm doing from my follow-up. We have this whole time lapse that we did. That's like crazy actions, so all those combiningly, I would say.
Okay, so you said there's 3 secrets to how you became the top 10 for the Harmozy launch. I heard you say belief. That is very strong. You were able to manifest dinner with Leila and Alex, and even put a picture together and DM her. Outreach was the second one, which is every platform. You talked about Alex for 30 days, every single day. Was paid ads the third one, or was that part of the second one?
No, so I said belief first, action second, results third.
Oh, belief, action, and results.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
that's what I said. So action is combiningly all organic, paid ads, emails, manual follow-ups. Like that guy sent a message to his list, 200 people within an hour. We did that. All
What?
just like all our job was, hey, did you sign up for this event? If not, can you support us in this? Hey, did you sign up for this event? Can you support us in this? We were like sending. The list was going like the refreshing rate was going like this. So nobody
Amazing.
saw that at the back end. That's what's
That's
going on at the
crazy.
behind the scene.
That's impressive. So Stephanie saying incredible. I resonate with not being a seller or just coming from a different mindset of giving, and the sale comes
Yeah.
without selling. This is from a previous comment that you mentioned.
Right.
This might be some of your buddies.
Punjabi. Okay.
I don't understand that, but
Yeah. So like Punjabi in the house.
oh, in the house. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And we supported.
Yeah, he supported as well. Inderpreet, I am sure that's his name. Yeah.
Awesome. And then Stephanie also says, great stuff, man. Thanks for sharing your journey. That's the kind of raw insight people need, right? To hear
Yeah.
what you're doing that they don't know and what it took, from, it's like this glamorous, yeah, I reached top 10 and it seems like, yeah, good for you. And it must have been easy. And that's not the truth. It's
Right.
like, you had to get together with as many people as you could. And for literally 5 hours, follow as many people, all night long, on Zoom. She said, for everyone listening, what's the one step that they can take away to move closer to the result that you just talked about?
Actions,
Great
implementation.
question. Okay.
One thing, most of the time, what we all get stuck into onboarding learning train. We have always been, okay, I can make more or get more or produce more if I know more. But the reality is different. We already have been consuming a lot and we already have a lot inside us. It's just like actions and implementation is missing most of the time. Whenever even people come to me and like they're like, I'm not able to get this result and all that stuff, first thing I'm like, okay, what have you done to try to achieve this? No, Sahil, I've been buying this program, getting into this stuff, learning, reading this book in the morning and all that. Okay, where did you start putting in action? Where can I see all that? No, Sahil, I've not been talking about it. I don't need to say anything else after that. I'm like, okay, so you know what to do now? They're like, yeah, you're right. Actually, I've been just sitting with myself and trying to absorb everything or learn everything, and I never thought that I could have put in action. That is what is going to bring you result, not learning more or knowing more. All my journey, one of the biggest takeaways, Stephanie asked this, right? So it's like the programs that I bought very less programs, but I have done it over them again and again. First course I bought, One Funnel Away Challenge, if you know Jay or Stephanie from ClickFunnels. I bought that course 8 times.
What?
$100 8 times. Yeah. And I didn't buy any other course until or unless all the ClickFunnels coaches started knowing me, all the ClickFunnels teammates knowing me, back-end tech team. Any call was happening, they knew that Sahil will be on that call. And then got to Russell as well indirectly. So that is what it is like you doing, when you say don't read 5 books one time, read 1 book 5 times.
Yeah.
So that's what I have done. I think in my whole journey I have bought so far less than 5 programs in 5 years.
Wow.
But the way I've squeezed stuff out of them is the main, what she asked, like what is the one thing I can say that. Yeah. So it's like most of the time you have your learnings with you. Find an accountability buddy, find someone, a coach or someone who can push you to the action, because actions are something which is going to produce a result.
Love
Simple.
it. There's a lot of people that are interacting and love what you're saying. So we have Holly Maxwell Boydell. So blessed to hear this interview, Sahil. We have Inderpreet saying, hi, Sahil, sir. Congrats. I started journey with OTC, now covering Texas.
OTC was our challenge, offers that converts challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even Shri?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
You might be.
And then he's also saying, Jaylee, amazing. And Stephanie Kim says, 100% action and implementation I've learned as I go.
Right.
Here's
I think that's the best learning that you get. That if somebody just reads something, how to get 100,000 followers on Instagram, a lot of people know that maybe how to do it, but the actions, if they are not put in, it's there in the mind how to do it, but it's not there in the reality. to show the social proof. Yeah.
Okay, so Inderpreet says Shri Mahibir. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying. So let's talk about your micro offer ecosystem, which helps freelancers and coaches land paid buyers without DMs or calls, which sounds incredible. Sounds like a pipe dream to me. Can you break down? I know that we talked about maybe showing people the show and tell, and then
Sure.
maybe they can book a call. We have a tiny URL call to see if they want to work with you to implement and take action, and not just sit and learn, but to have the accountability to help you help them put this to action so that they can land paid clients without DMs or calls. Can you break that down for us?
Sure. What I'll do, I'll share my screen, and that way it will be easy and
Okay, awesome.
visually.
I'm a visual learner, so that's super helpful too.
Same as me. Okay, I think it's there. Yeah. So this is the entire $1 million ecosystem that I have crafted from the experience from last 5 years. Things that used to work from 3 years ago, 2 years ago are way different than that. You might have heard like people are saying that VSLs are dead, or is like that's taking it's much more, that webinars are not producing result as it used to be. The show up rates are bad, all that stuff, conversions are bad, all that. So yes, the market has changed in the way that people are very hesitant even to pull a trigger for now even a $997 offer, because it's like they have seen it a lot, right? It has been going on. Every other person became a coach, every other person trying to sell something and all, and then making their high ticket offers and all that stuff. So the trust got eroded right from last 2 years, I would say. First 3 years, when COVID came, everyone jumped into online. This industry boomed. People became content creator, people became coaches, course creators, and all that stuff. Yet it lasted for 3 years, I would say, up to 2023 last. And 2024 is when I started seeing some differences, that we used to do challenges and all, and we started seeing that okay, our challenges used to convert at this, but now they are only converting at this. What just happened? It took everyone time to absorb and to digest that okay, this is the reality now. So the reason why I built this micro offer ecosystem is to break that thing out, let people come out of that particular thing, whether you're a service provider, coach, or a freelancer, and to see what is working in 2025 technically. So it starts with the micro offers, or in other words, you can say low ticket offers. They are like anywhere from $3, even $1. Some people, you might have seen Tony Robbins or Dean Gracio's funnel. They are like pay $1 only and get into this mastermind or the masterclass that they're doing. So that is like my first micro offer, $1 up to 97. Usually sweet spot if you are doing up to $50, like anywhere between $47 to $97. If you do that, that is the perfect one. And then you add an order bump. What we are seeing, even like if you see Jay, this is whole $100 million money models book. If you see, when Alex leaked that content in the book, the first thing was attraction offer, then it was upsell, then it was downsell, then it was continuity offers. Same thing is happening over here. You have this attraction offer, micro offer, or low ticket offer. Then you have an order bump, which is either like same price or 1.5 times the front end offer. Then you're adding upsell 1, upsell 2, and downsell, right? That's the first part of the ladder. Then you progress people. So once people are buying this, at least you are getting paid buyers into pipeline. And the beauty about this model is you don't need to jump on call to sell $97 product or $67 product or $47 product. That's why I say without jumping on sales call, you can at least get paid buyers into pipeline. Anyone, this is my saying, like anyone who's paying who's even paying you $1 is much more serious buyer than who's just asking for a lead magnet or a freebie seeker, all that.
Right.
It takes that seriousness, dedication to pull out their credit card to pay off even $1, right? A freebie seeker is just going on different people profiles and just collecting lead magnets and putting them in the bookmark link and not doing anything.
Yeah.
But this person, and the thing is this, a lot of time what people are confused about this is like, no, these are low ticket buyers, they will never buy the high ticket. No, that's not the case. Don't consider it as low value buyers. These are people who are just here to test or taste your appetizers. What you have in the main course is later, but they have to see. Anytime I buy something, so the example that I shared, when I pulled off $25,000 that investment in 2022, I bought their $47 challenge. I was not a low paying buyer or low value buyer. I wanted to see am I understanding this person? Is this person vibing in with me? If I pay him this amount of money,
Right.
is it making sense, to gel up with this person for this long? So those are the people that buy your that stuff, right? And the quantity, the amount, the probability that you take from these people to convert the second step in the value ladder, which I call it a sweet spot offer, anything between $1,000 to $2,000. Again, you can, the beauty about this is you don't need to go on sales call. You can do a one-to-many selling event and sell this offer. That's what exactly I did. I launched my $7 masterclass and I sold $1,000 offer, 33 people into the room. That's what I did 2 months ago. 33 people into the room and 10 people converted for
Wow.
that $1,000, and I made
Amazing.
$10,000, and I opened 10 spots only. So
Wow.
as soon as those were done, I'm closing the card. No
Yeah.
paid ads, no DM things, no sales call, nothing. So I got my this people. Then what happened? Then the next step is like your one-on-one coaching or done for you, anything which is much more bigger. Or the next step is like mastermind or long-term mentorship, inner circles, and all that. So what I got after these, I got 2 people out of 10 who came into my one-on-one coaching, which was $25,000. So now you see, I made $10,000. I made first few sales over here that I don't count as a profit, but then $10,000 and then 2 sales of 25,000, which is $50,000.
Oh, wait up.
With the
So
30
wait up. 2 sales of 25 because that
Yeah,
says 5K and more. Oh, and more.
and more, I'm saying. Yeah. So it depends, like done for you offer. Sometimes you can give it at 5K and much
Oh,
more
I
than,
see.
depends upon what you're selling, right?
Okay.
So I
that's
sold the
50K.
25K offer over here. You can mix and match these two. You can make them as one as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Depends. So 2 people converted out of that. That paid me 50,000 now.
Yeah.
Now you see the math, 33 people, 10,000 over here, and 50,000, $60,000 I made without sales call, without DM, one-to-many selling only I did. That's the beauty about, and I don't, just because they found value in this, they are like, we need your more time. We need to make sure that we are getting more accountability.
Can we pause just
People-
for a second?
Yeah.
Because I think what people may be wondering, and I'm wondering, is
Sure.
how did you go from, so you went from a $7 micro offer to 33 people in a one-to-many, 10 people buying a $1,000 offer, which is $10,000. And then you went to offer a done for you 25K where you got 2 out of the 10. So how did you get those 2 to join without a sales call or?
They asked me for it. They're like,
They
Sahil,
asked
we
you
are
for it.
enjoying this learning. We want to make sure, because, okay, this thing now, when they are into this bucket, what happens is you want to tease them for the next stuff, in a right way. So in my talks, in my coaching calls, when I do weekly coaching calls, I'm like this. Whenever I'm sharing an examples or analogies, I'm intentionally bringing this stuff up of my case studies of people who paid earlier this and got this result. So that's like indirect selling that is already happening, and that is creating curiosity among people. Sahil, I want to know more about what do you do in one-on-one coaching, how it is different from what I have already paid. And then you can even credit this if you want to. That's like totally up to you. How do you want to do it? Or you sell that as a dedicated thing. Now, some people have came into this where like, I don't want to continue with this. I just want to this. I give them this as a bonus.
Right.
And you take your sweet spot as a bonus with that.
I see.
But that happened just out of they're spending time with you. Now they want more out of you. Just because these are, I call them as like 1% serious action takers, crazy action takers.
Yeah.
There is always 1% people in your crowd who want the best. So think of it as there is always 1% of people who, instead of flying economy, they are flying first class.
Right.
It's the same destination. It's like they want the best experience.
Yeah.
So same concept over here. That worked. Then I don't need to do sales call for that thing. I can do teasing. I can pitch this offer indirectly or directly into that. Let's say at the end of this, I'm pitching this offer now. At the end of this program, I'm testing this at this point. So that's what the whole ecosystem looks like. So it's like progression from one step to another, adding more value, getting faster result. Speed is you are increasing them. You're condensing their time and giving them much more faster speed to achieve the result. If it would have taken them to make, let's say I say, hey, make $10,000 in 90 days in this program. And then I say, $10,000, we can plan your one-to-one event and you can make in a week.
Wow.
Now, somebody I saved their 90 days time, I condensed that into 1 week. You know what I mean?
They do.
Yeah. So, yeah,
I
that's the whole.
I have a couple questions on the
Sure.
plus. So order bump, upsell 1, upsell 2.
Yep.
What is a downsell? 2 times, what does that say? OY
So
times
like
3X?
Yeah. So it's more. Let me see if I can zoom in a little. No, it's not zooming in. So okay, I'll tell you. So it's like these are like 2 pay or 3 pay. The first one is 2 pay or 3 pay.
Oh.
Okay. So like
Okay.
let's say your upsell is 297. They are not buying. Then you say like, okay, can you pay $97 in 3 pay? That thing.
Ah.
And then paid trials. So it's like 1 week free if you're not buying this, or even sorry, not free. It's like instead of paying $97 a month for my reoccurring membership or something, you can get 14 days at only $27. 14 days trial at $27. That's what paid trials are. Or third thing is a light version of something. So like say, okay, you don't want the entire accelerator thing. Do you want an incubator thing, which is less than this? Obviously, accelerator was 297, but this one is only 97. So that's a light version of that particular thing.
Love it. That's genius. This is amazing. I love it. Sorry, and when you said mastermind or long-term mentorship, that is like a group coaching.
Yeah, that's like, you can call it a inner circles, mastermind programs, like 1 year. Long term is like minimum 1 year. You can go for 3 years as well. I've not sold 3 years, to be honest. I've sold 1 year. So these ones you can do 6 months program, for example, or done for you can be done even in a week or two. These ones are much more like bigger, where you are creating a much more high elite. I have this elite coaching I've sold mastermind. What else I've sold? Yeah, these are my two favorites that I've done it.
I know some people. I interviewed this guy here. What is his name?
Ticket coach. Oh, that's my friend Chris. Scott. Sorry. Yeah. I know.
So he does like 15K VIP days where he comes in, he flies in, and he'll like just come into your home or into your office and like work with you to work on stuff. Have you considered? Have you considered doing something like that, a VIP day or half day or whatever?
I have done a VIP day in the way I did it like as a in India we did a mastermind 2 years ago. I pitched a $10,000 offer over there, and I said if you come under first 3 spots, you get a VIP day of 8 hours with me, either Zoom or in person.
Really?
Yeah. So that's what we did. But they have to pay in full, and they have to come under first 3 people to get that as a bonus. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
But yeah, Scott is amazing. I know him personally. We have met a few times in FHL. And,
nice. What a small world.
With Dan Kennedy as well. So there were some dinner with Dan Kennedy we have done together. So he knows. Yeah.
Amazing. Holly said, I'm not sure if that's her husband. She was mentioning that.
Okay. I'm
not sure why she was, but okay, cool. So let me just see here. We're running out of time. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're actually at the top of we'll have to do a part 2, but amazing work. We'll close off with a lightning round, getting to know Sahil. So these are just a couple of lightning round questions to get to know you, and people who may not know you that well will get to know you a little bit better with some of these questions. So what is in your daily routine one non-negotiable habit in your day that keeps you to perform at your best?
Prospecting and networking.
Prospecting and what's the second
networking
one? Okay.
Prospecting and networking. This is my non-negotiable, I would say. Content as well, yes, of course. Content, prospecting, and that. This is I think I've said this thing a lot of times in my post and content here and there. My coaching clients knows this. I'm not a fan of when I say prospecting, I'm not like, hey Jay, how are you doing? How's your day going? And all that stuff. I go into the prospecting of like, I use this reverse organic marketing approach. It's like more of attraction marketing as well. I most of the time hang out among people or communities and stuff where they're already talking about some pain. When you are in a community or group, Jay, you might have seen that people always like, hey, I'm struggling with this, I'm going through this is not working, I'm messed up, I'm ready to throw my computer away, and all that stuff. I'm like, these people are already in pain. Rather than me trying to create a desire in someone saying, hey, do you want to make $10,000 in 90 days? Why don't I help people in pain? That is much more, I'll get blessings for them on top of the money of and testimonial, and they'll be happily like you saved my time. So you can say the prospecting phase or mode is this. I never done cold calling. I've never done cold outreach. I've never sent cold friend request even to anyone. And I'm more of, if 3 billion people are on Facebook, I can find at least 1% of them suffering from pain. all I gotta do is what groups I hang out, what communities, what school communities, what chat supports, where am I, what is somebody talking about. If ABC person is going through something, can I take my time out of my calendar? It's like, hey, I can come on a Zoom call if I can see if I can help you with that particular thing.
So you just offer them free value by
Free value.
gifting them your time?
Yep. I have done both way. I have done even like, let's say if it's a big problem, it's like, okay, this needs to get first this thing sorted, this. I'm like, I can tell you what to sort. You can either find people who can sort it for you or fix it for you, or I have a crew, or I have my freelancers people here. I coach them on. I know they can do it much better job as well. And I'm in the middle, something messed up. I'll make sure that I'll fix that. I'll come in that. That way they are much more assured that Sahil, okay, tell me who's the person you would recommend. Now I'm creating a business for all three people. Look at this. Person suffering from problem, freelancer who can fix it, and I'm the middleman over there, and we can set up something where it's like they're getting their solution and all three are getting paid. Jingalala.
Amazing. What is a favorite software or AI tool that you use that you can't live without?
I not fancy, but I use Claude and ChatGPT. I've not jumped into more fancier than, but these are two ones which I use regularly. Here and there, video editing software, HeyGen, I have used it, but not regularly. Claude is my favorite for writing emails and for content one. ChatGPT, I just feed it for a regular chit chat and all. Yeah.
Okay. And is there a personal mantra or principle that you live by in business, marriage, and life?
Always leading with value. That is first one. I'd lead with that in business, life as well, of course, with my friends, with my people in connection. Another one I would say, just like you said, because it's a small world, Akbar Sheikh was also one of my coaches. Okay, so the first one-on-one guy I hired, Akbar Sheikh was his coach, and there I learned this thing. That coach told me two things. I would say, learn a little, implement a lot. That is being like, if I have to say that one mantra was that, learn a little, implement a lot, and then it was like keep growing, keep impacting. So like how Akbar Sheikh talk about it, I think you can make way more money than by impacting other people's life rather than just you trying to make your own money. You know what I mean? That way, it's much more helpful. You're changing not just your life, you're changing other people's life. Indirectly, your life gets changed. And the outcome of that, compounding the word of mouth spread that happened. And I think that's the major reason, even when I relate back to this Alex Hormozi win, when I said it was our win, you might have seen like we got this crowd or army of people where I just asked them like, can you just reshare my post? And like I'm getting notification. This person shared this post. This person shared this. All these people came together. I might have done something for them in the past. They just supported me all in this, and it came this as a result, I would say. So that's the power of it, beauty about it. When you ask, just because you have given a lot in the beginning, you can't lose.
Amazing. Sorry, I'm jumping back and forth here before the last question. Hunter Boydell was Holly tagging her son.
Oh, I see.
And she also said she loves your approach and your authenticity. So Holly, feel free to book a call on the link in the show notes, tinyurl.com, to see if you want to help, get that amazing offer and, generate that income to get that freedom that you're looking for. So thank you for tuning in, Holly, for this Sales Ninja Show podcast. What is one unexpected fun fact that can surprise most people that don't know about you, whether it's a hobby or whether it's something that you do in your home? What's one fun fact about you?
Never thought about that. Interesting question.
Hobbies or sports or music or
interesting. Fun fact what you want. I two things maybe. I think I'm still a child in my heart, in the way that Like with my daughter, I'm more excited to play with her toys rather than she play with them.
Are you for real?
Yeah. I'm like, I literally bought her a scooter yesterday night, and then like I don't know. It's just these were the things. There are some things I felt like with her I missed in my childhood days. I knew coming from a middle class family, it was not like you ask something and then it's there. Uh,
Yeah.
so there are a lot of things. It's like I wanted to buy in my childhood that thing. Just because I couldn't get it, I'm still trying to get that joy back. Is like going back into that my childhood. I don't know. That's a fun fact I would say. Uh, so I'm more excited with her toys rather than she is. Uh, Second thing, I love to take care of my beard.
Like beard oil?
Huh?
Beard oil?
Everything like full nourishing. I go with a like routine with that. I think that's also one of the facts I would say. So I'm
What?
like, if my beard is not looking, I'm upset. My mood is upset. So I don't
Your
like.
mood is
Sometimes there has been days where I'm like, I've not trimmed it or it's not looking good, and my wife is like, "Can you go to Walmart and do that?" No, my beard is not looking good. She's like, I'm just
You
asking
won't
for
go to
Walmart.
Walmart because your beard isn't looking good?
Yeah. So that's
That's
a fun
funny.
fact.
Now,
You
what's
asked
the
for
most
fun fact, man. So that's funny.
Yeah, no, that is very fun. What's the most interesting thing that you got caught in there? Because I mean, it could be like a nest, right? For whether it's food or different things.
Yeah, bees. I've seen it sometimes when I'm going out in the park, not regularly. I'm like, I remember that one of the, it was that honey bee that got stuck like literally over here. I was in a
What?
zoo. I was in a zoo at that point. That was like weirdest thing. And I didn't notice that. One of my friends is just like, did this. It's like, bro, there was a bee over there. But
That is
food
so
is not
bizarre.
that. No, food, no. That's the weirdest thing I've seen. The bee, and I have to like do like this, take it off. Like, go
Oh my
away.
gosh.
So, bro, you're asking
Stephanie's,
crazy questions.
I know Stephanie's saying that's impressive beard, Sahil, and RJ Ahmed is saying two
Two
amazing
amazing
humans in
humans.
the house.
He's the rock
So
star.
we've gone over our time, and I want to thank you so much, Sahil. And I've learned so much being on this call. I've met you for the first time here in the podcast at the Sales Ninja Show, and you've given me so much insight. And I think one of my takeaways of many is that implement what is it? Was it implement
Learn a
a
little,
lot?
implement a
Learn
lot.
a little, implement a lot. So that taking massive imperfect action is something that is huge. Your grit, your ability to really push the metal to the pedal to what you're trying to do, and like your manifestation, your visualization of the future. That's something that really stood out for me as well. Like even putting that dinner and saying that I'm going to have dinner with Layla and Alex Hormozy, and then getting to the point where you got top 10 and trying to keep that position and hold it, and staying up like all night for 5 hours DMing and following your grit and your perseverance from that broke immigrant to building a successful 7-figure business as an international student is incredible. What are some last words for people who are kind of like down and out and are thinking, man, I'm done, I want to give up?
I say this thing. Giving up is the most easiest thing because it takes a second for you to say it out and like believe in your mind, even like, okay, it's not working anymore. I've tried, I've given it enough. It's all over. I have wasted so much time and money and all that, because you are trying to give all the reasons now why it's not worth it to carry forward from here. It's like this. Think about this. You started all this so that you can make something better. Even if you are 3 years into journey, 5 years in journey, things didn't work out for you, you decided to quit, what will happen after that? You will get into the same backstage as you were before, with more regrets, more worries and all. And I love this thing from Myron Golden. He talks about is like things work on you before they work for you. What if those 3 to 5 years were things working on you? Rather, and there is a time coming right at this point where next day maybe things started working for you, but you didn't wait for that day. So think of it as, if you're not winning, you're gathering all the experiences. If I would not have come into top 10, I would have a lot of experience that I could have still have shared. either winning by not winning. Actually, I would have much more. Maybe I would have maybe more aggressively talking about, I learned this, I tried this worked, this didn't work. I would have much more been collecting wisdom and experience. So wait for the time, and don't. Quitting is the easiest thing, but it doesn't give you the better life. It will take you back to the old self, and you will regret more 5 years later, thinking, I wish, what if I would have tried another week or another month? Maybe life would have been different. So that
Don't
the
take me
regret,
back to my old job. I don't want to go back to 9 to 5, please. Please, please, please.
right? That life, that regret will kill you more than you giving it a try. You keep on hustling, and that's it. I mean, I think
Amazing.
that would hit
And this is a weird note to end off on, but Holly says organic castor oil is a fad and little known remedy for all sorts of beards too. Awesome. So thank you guys for tuning in. Holly, Inderpreet, Stephanie, let's see who else. Sharky, thank you guys for tuning in. And most importantly, Sahil, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your heart. And you're incredible. And I have so much to learn from you. And looking forward to meeting you in person. I know we're not too far away from each other. I went to University of Waterloo as well, so I'm familiar with Kitchener. And book a call with Sahil if you guys are looking to take that massive imperfect action to learn a little and implement a lot. He's going to help you build that offer, get that up and running, and help you grow and scale to 6 figures and beyond. So Sahil, thank you so much for your time, brother, and looking forward to our next call.
Thanks to you as well, and keep doing these shows. Your questions are amazing, I would say, and that made me think a little. So they're interesting questions. Keep doing this, what you're doing.
Thank you so much. So we're here to help you to sell more, to give more. So if you guys are looking to grow and scale your business, DM me in the socials. Until next time, have an incredible day. Take care, everyone.
See ya. Bye, everyone.
Bye.